What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Horror Conversations. That is right. It is the podcast that handles all things Carolina Fear Fest, horror, and more. And we have a very fun episode for you tonight. So excited for you to be here. I have Stephanie and Destini here. I'm going to bring them in now. Hold on and don't laugh. That's all I'm going to say. Welcome to the show.
Why are we laughing?
Steph, you want to take that one?
Okay.
Steph has, we found out in the green room, she has chipmunk syndrome, and I have no idea what she's saying. So I thought it'd be fun to play a game and play Destiny. You have to decipher what Stephanie's saying.
She's so quiet I can't actually hear it. Like I can hear squeaking.
I'm playing with the settings. Did that get better?
It's better.
I love it. Ladies, welcome to the
Still going full chipmunk, or am I?
Oh, you're good. You are full Stephanie.
Okay, good.
I love it.
A little quiet though, but that might just be my setting.
No, you sound good on me. On mine. You guys both sound good. Welcome to another episode. How are you guys doing?
Hanging in there. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I'm getting ready for Christmas. We have the decorations up. So how about you, Des? You getting ready for Christmas?
I guess. I'm so over Christmas. I'm still over last year's Christmas.
Yeah, not the favorite holiday, but that's okay.
It can be though, because we can enjoy the wonderful horror that comes at Christmas. Good old Saint Nick coming down at us. Why not? We'll enjoy it. There's so many great Christmas horror movies. We have tons coming out. It's so good. We even found out that Terrifier 3 is going to be a Christmas movie next year. That's crazy. I'm definitely excited for that one. We do have some great announcements to make from the last episode. You guys have announced some great guests. And I figure we kind of talk about that first, if that's good, if that's okay with you guys. We did talk about Lachlan Monroe last time, but You've had another really big one.
We also announced Bill Moseley. Yes,
I am so excited for Bill Moseley, Chop Top himself. It's going to be amazing.
Everybody, every year he's been on our list of people asking for him every year. So we were really excited that he was free this time. Last year, I think he was ready to come, but we had Texas Frightmare that actually moved their dates, and they were the same weekend as us for 2023. And, if you get the opportunity, if you're selling something, to be at the place, it gets like 30,000 people versus our little regional con. I don't blame them for going, no, I'm going to Texas. So, but this year their dates are not overlapping with ours, which is good. We've got some very good names that we're excited about.
You do. A lot are still secret, guys, and they will be coming out over the course of the next 6 or 7 months. So be ready. But we announced Bill Moseley, and you are getting ready to announce somebody on Monday.
Correct.
And that's going to be a big one. I'm not going to give anything away. It's not my place.
Right. Let's do it. We can absolutely drop that early. Just for the folks listening in here, I know our email insiders are going to get this tomorrow or Saturday, I believe. But because we like to announce it early to our insiders, and our next announcement is Kelly Maroney. It is Night of the Comet, and she's in Chopping Mall. And this is an anniversary year, actually, for Night of the Comet. So,
love it.
I don't know. It is campy 80s fun. I've always loved that movie. I don't know why, but I've watched that movie probably 4 or 5 times.
I actually just watched it the other night. Probably for the first time. I think that movie might be older than I am. Anyway, the outfit. I freaking love the outfit, and I want that outfit so badly. The little cheerleader rebel outfit, so cute. I love it. I love it so much. I
love Night of the Comet. It's such a great movie. But Chopping Mall, I think, is like my most excited, because it's so bonkers. It's just killer robots in a mall. It's amazing. Like, you gotta love it. In fact, I don't know. I might have to find one of these things and make one so it can chase me around Carolina Fear Fest next year.
What things exactly? The robots from Chopping Mall?
Oh yeah. If you haven't seen that, you got to see that movie.
That's one I actually haven't seen yet. So I know Kelly Maroney from Night of the Comet, and then the others from that. I mean, Catherine Mary Stewart. That's Weekend at Bernie's all day long, because that's another campy awesomeness.
I've seen that one.
Love it.
And actually just made the kid watch it not too long ago. So that was kind of fun. Just
I'll make you one.
so bored. But and then, obviously Robert Beltran too. I mean, that's, I'm kind of a Star Wars geek or Star Trek geek. So, I enjoyed him from Voyager as well. But
you'll appreciate that, because my son and I have that Star Trek show.
Yes.
And we actually just got our advent calendar. It's a Borg cube that's like this big from Eagle Moss, and it's all different types of stuff. I'm so excited. I saved up for it all year. But we are, with Kelly Maroney being announced, that's huge. That is really big. And again, being such a fan of Night of the Comet, it being an anniversary, another anniversary coming up next year. If nobody knows, as you listen to this podcast, I hope you would. 5 Nights of Fear, 5 years of Fear.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. You guys are celebrating 5 years. That's amazing. That is fantastic. You guys are killing it, and it's getting bigger and better every year.
Did you just Five Nights at Freddy's us?
Well, in fairness, that is out a lot. So I meant to say 5 years of Fear, because that is a great tagline too. I love it.
I don't know about you, but like there are campgrounds on the fairgrounds property. There are camping spots, so we could do 5 Nights at Fear Fest, which would be really fun. And then just
all right, we cannot do this 6 months out where we have all the energy in the world and these plans. They're like, it's fine. We'll do the con all day, and then we'll attack the campground with monsters at 2 a.m. We'll be great. It'll be fun.
To be fair, we're already up at 2 a.m.
The inner 20-year-old remembering that's a great idea. Let's do that. I'll happily camp out. And then the 41-year-old remembers, I just got a cane today. I can't sleep on a floor. I'll never get up. It's over. I'm done. So I do applaud anybody who goes for it. Those things are so much fun, though, when you do those camps that just kind of like, and you guys killed it with your haunt, with the immersive feeling and just like being terrified. Trust me, I know. Better than anybody, I think.
Yeah, the camping things, it's a really novel idea and a lot of fun. But I'm kind of with you. I really don't want to be out there letting the monsters know where I'm at, because I'm like trying to blow up my air mattress, because I'm like rolling out a sleeping bag and hitting the ground. It's not happening.
I don't think I ever told you to this, but when we were thinking about coming down for the haunt this past year, but early on, it was like right after last year, like, we have to come back next year. This is so awesome. This is fantastic. We were like, let's rent the suite. Casey and I are like, let's rent that camping suite they had on the farm and stay there. And we realized quickly, we're like, first of all, it's October. Secondly, why are we renting a romantic camping suite for each other? So we didn't go for that one, but yeah. I like the camping. Rick, thanks for joining in tonight. Thanks everybody for joining in. Make sure you're hitting subscribe if you're watching this over on the CFF YouTube channel. If you're here over on the CFF Facebook page, you're going to want to hit that like button and follow, so you know when all of the great announcements are coming. So if there's one better way to do that, you need to go and sign up over on carolinafearfest.com. Everything's in the descriptions below. All right, ladies, it's our holiday. What do you tell them, Destiny? You came up with the amazing name. She muted herself, and it's so amazing.
I'm not saying that name. It was not my name, so somebody else can say that name.
Horrormas gift guide. I did like scare.
Sounded as funny as I thought it was. I hadn't said it out loud yet.
The Horrormas horror gift guide. I am so excited for this. I've been looking at stuff for like the past 2 or 3 days. Like gifts to give horror fans is just, I'm all about it. But I figure we kind of go round robin if that works. Do you want me to go first, or does anybody else have something?
I'm all prepped and ready too. So however you want to start.
Yes. Well, I'll go ladies first, so I'll let you ladies do it.
All right, I'll start the smart way, because I am not prepared and actually did not find anything. I ended up painting my mother's room for her Christmas gift today, and that took all day. So I didn't actually find any. However, I have some stuff saved in my bookmark, and there's always the best gift of all, which is Christmas cheer. Just kidding. It's not Christmas cheer. It is Carolina Fear Fest weekend passes, which are currently $10 off until the end of the year, or a VIP pass, which are very, very limited, but they sell out. So that's the best gift. So I picked the easy thing. That's true.
I don't have any specific things to send people out. It's more general ideas. The first one being is troll the website for your favorite cons, all of them. Ours, any other convention or big ones that, like we mentioned, Texas Frightmare. I don't get down there to go to that, but I'm betting they've got a vendor list with probably clickable links and some really cool things. So if you're looking, whatever you're looking for, it's a great way to support those small businesses and those vendors by finding them out there that way. So, but for general ideas, I just have the stuff I have sitting around to give people ideas. So I can drink coffee out of my Mistress of the Damned personalized coffee mug.
Yes.
That's always fun. I bought this at another convention. This was like an industry con for haunters and stuff. But it's a resin. It's a Jim Beam glass, and it's all bloody, and it's just resin on the inside. So I have to drink my whiskey out of other glasses, but this one's really cool to just have sitting around.
That's cool.
I did get some things from. These came from, I believe, one or both of them came from vendors at our event. So I have my little pencil cups. So I have my, anatomically correct heart and my little skull mug. And they're just like a resin plastic, but they're great for keeping pens and things in. The one really good idea, and this is a crappy example. I have to go to like Michael's and get the stuff to do it myself properly. But one good idea, if you've got the con lover in your life, is picture frames. Just frames. This one's not like horror itself.
I like how excited he is.
That was such a good idea. I never think of that.
Just if you have, because all the autographs, you want to display them, and at least the picture frames keep them nice and unbent up.
And I'll tell you what, horror fans, true con loving horror fans who go out and get those autographs, I'll bet you go and just test the theory this year, buy them picture frames. I'll bet you they'll be happy. I have been thinking about going and getting picture frames for the past week because I need one for a Star Trek picture, a drawing I got at the convention last year, at Carolina Fear Fest last year.
The search bar on Etsy is your friend for things like that, because there are some really great artists and folks out there with the 3D printers and the wood carving and all the things that are probably putting out some really fabulous horror frames. And you can get the, I'm sure, general ones with just skulls and spiders and things. But my husband is a very big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. So, getting him a frame that was Freddy Krueger or had the claws or something like that, even if he didn't have the autograph to put in it, it certainly, works for his tastes. But the other thing, this was just one I threw into a frame, is this also just all the horror art, which I've begun collecting between our convention and all the others that I go to. It's what ends up speaking to me. So, I end up with some really great, cool artwork, which is all, I didn't unpack my house for the last year and have not organized my office and hung anything on the wall just for this podcast. It was not laziness.
Yeah, that's why. That's it.
I just wanted a stack of things for this. But this actually came from one of our vendors at our convention. And I was literally running the floor with a clipboard and papers in my hand. And we were just about to start the weekend. And I'm just running around doing things. And I stopped dead, ran back about 5 steps and went, that one's mine, put it in the back. And I kept running. And I literally started now carrying the little tiny spiral notebooks.
Nice.
The little tiny notebooks. I carry one of those with me the whole weekend. So as I'm just randomly running around, when I stop dead and go, I love that, hold it for me, I can make myself a note, because I would hate to tell somebody to do that and then forget to go back to them on Sunday and take care of it. So it's the only way I can keep track of what I'm doing is I'm running like a crazy woman around the floor. But
I love it.
There's one of those notebooks in my studio that need to come to your house, by the way.
There's what?
A bunch of those notebooks that need to come to your house, by the way.
I'm just saying.
Probably have 8 or 10 of them in a box somewhere. I haven't gotten.
There's 20 of them out there, and I don't use them. So.
Right. I love that idea. Like, that would be a cool, and I'm just spitballing, but Carolina Fear Fest like giveaway or something.
Little notebooks.
Write down what you want. That's a great freaking idea, and I never done it. I've never thought to write anything down. I just try to remember it, and I usually forget it.
Well, some of the artists and the people that are handcrafting the things that they're selling at the conventions, they don't want you to do what all of us do. Our brain is locked into our cell phones, and what we all do is like, I will pull out my phone and take a shot of their like booth name and then a picture of the thing I'm interested in and walk away. But they think you're only taking the picture so you can go home and steal their ideas. So a lot of them really don't like you to take photos of of stuff like that. So, being able to write it down, even using the program, which has a map on it. So when you get to the conventions, take that printed program,
just write it on the program,
throw a circle and make a note, make a little star or something. So that's who I'm going back to, because I know a lot of people work like I do at a convention. I just kind of want to walk around and see everything, and trying to remember that really cool thing that now I want to go back and get. It's tough to do. You just get overwhelmed, overstimulated. But.
Oh yeah, that's why we came up with that game where we would go out and spend $20 and try and get as much for each other as possible, because we got to go see as much as we could. And then like after the game was over, it's like, all right, now I want to go back and spend my money. The $20 for the show is fine, but now I want to go back and buy the real stuff that I want. And
and the other thing, and I can go and get it, but it's in the other room on my couch. Is I also was given as a gift a blanket, and it's got a bunch of horror movie characters on it, and it says Stephanie's horror movie watching blanket.
I love it.
And it's on my couch right now. So there's ways to personalize to anybody's. You find their favorite franchise or their favorite actor, or just personalize something horror in general. And there's a lot of ways to do that between the convention vendors. And I'm always great for going on Etsy and just like typing in the word skull and seeing who starts popping up and what cool things come out of that.
Me, every time I'm on a stock photo website.
Really,
one of the
right?
first things I look up all the time.
I love it.
Well, and then you were talking Star Trek. So my husband actually has a white elephant thing at work, like a Secret Santa deal. And the person that he got likes to cook. He's always talking about how he's hunting, and he barbecues and makes jerky and cooks and all this stuff. But he's also a big Star Trek fan. And he went and found just like wooden spoons and different kitchen tools that all have like the different Star Trek stuff all like burnt in it or whatever. And so I mean it really doesn't matter if you're looking for a gift for somebody. It is so easy to find something cool and unique that fits right in with that. And horror is just, it's so huge of a market, and there's so many different mediums that the artists use that it's almost impossible not to find something really cool if you do a little digging.
And sorry. Go ahead, Steph.
I've actually the radio's all over again.
I've actually eat anything or smoke anything.
People take wooden spoons and like they break the handle off, and then they put like blood in it, and they like finish it with resin so that the wood looks broken, but there's like blood and stuff like in the handle. That's another random like cooking utensil. Yeah, like you use the wrong side as a weapon. That's another random cooking utensil Etsy thing. And wood burning ones custom wood burnt ones are really common too. That's a good idea.
I love the idea of going to vendors for my horror friends, especially if it's just geek friends in general. Because you're right, like the crazy stuff that you're going to get that's memorable is so wonderful to see. Like, and I'm a big proponent of, if you talk to anyone or you visit a shop or something, just follow them on at least Instagram or something. Give them a follow. Go back and look at it for like days like this, like when the conventions are over, and pick up some gifts from them. It's such a good idea.
The other idea is to keep all of these ideas in mind. So it's a little late for this Christmas, but for next year for Christmas, if you're running around a convention and you see something really cool, grab it. Hang out with it, throw it in a closet. There's Christmas done. Carolina Fear Fest in May. You've got Christmas finished. But, and actually most of these vendors will ship, and they do have some outlet, whether it's Etsy or Shopify or something through their own website. So even if you just gather that information so that it's time to go do some special event shopping, you've kind of got your go-to people already.
So I collect business cards, and I bought like a business card holder, and I filled it up in my like first or second year in this state. So now there's a box here, down there. There's a box right there, full of business cards and pamphlets and little flyers that people print out and packaging and people that I need to like follow back up with what they make or see where they're at now. And it's been sitting there for like 3 years, and it's sitting out right now because I have a job this weekend and I have my closet full of stuff, but it's sitting there right now so that I can go through and find them and see what they're working on while I still have time to ship for the holidays. So I have a box. I have a box of those cards, and
that's good though, because you never know when you. And I grab a lot when I'm at conventions and stuff too, especially CFF, like because there's so many people want to talk to me at the moment, like running to a panel room or doing a show or something. I love that they have those like the card flyers or the business cards. And I tell them, I'm just like, please, like, let me have that and I'll come back to you. Or at least like, let's connect and talk or come over to the table. But it's so important to have that stuff like at the conventions. I realize it more and more as we go.
Yeah, I get asked for a card all the time at my vendor events. And I realized that they printed the wrong file for my new business card and it doesn't have my website on it. And my old one has the wrong email address, my old email address. So I bought new ones and they don't have my website on them.
You should put
so
a QR code on the back.
No.
Or don't do that. Don't let them go to your website.
I hate QR codes.
Come on, but they do exist. You got to be able to at
There's
least
just so much work to use. It takes less time to Google something than it does to scan a QR code.
I'm with you. All right. I'm of that
My name is
Generation
unique.
X type of just type it in. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's 10 seconds.
Or even don't type it in. Just press the little microphone button and say it out loud. And then Google does it for you. It's so much faster than QR coding. I don't.
Your generation that wants the QR codes.
I don't think so.
I think it came out of COVID with the let's not touch things. So, QR code, pull it up on your own phone. And they've stuck around. I think they have a place, but I don't like using them because if I use the QR code, it pulls the thing up, but then it disappears on me again and I can never.
It's not a tab in Chrome. Like you can't go back to it. It's a searched window. And as soon as you close it, it's no longer searched.
On. Yeah. So that's always my issue.
I'll find it. I don't know. Steve, what's going on? Thanks.
We like taking our, so the business cards we have for the convention, I did them where they're glossy, but only on the one side. So the back is matte. So I can flip it over and write a phone number or write information before I hand it to somebody. But I always like the ones that are like that, because if I pick up things at cons, I will often write on it what it was I was interested in for them. Like, why do I have this person's card? I won't remember later when it's in a stack of other cards. So, I like to be able to old school jot notes down on.
I love it. Yeah. Nerdbox says, I always do Xmas shopping at horror cons. Well, then CFF's the right one for you. Trust me. And because they have it laid out in such a wonderful way where you're not missing anything. As long as you're walking the grounds and you're doing it, you're not missing anything. And the vendors are just all, I've never had an issue except for the snake guy, but he was nice. But
I think you mean the kookaburra guy.
Yeah, well, the bird was cool. I'll go with the bird. I go to horror conventions to not be terrified by snakes.
If they come back again this upcoming year, I'm totally putting them like right next to you or directly across from you.
I'm going to piss myself. That's all I'm going to do the whole weekend. Kenny Chick says, looking forward to going for the first time. We're looking forward to having you. Thanks for joining in tonight. Look forward to Carolina Fear Fest. We love it. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate you. Nerdbox, I like QR code business cards. I think they fit. I think they work well, especially if you're trying to sell your designs, especially websites. And you got such nice designs. People need to see them. JMO says, thoughts on cameos as gifts? That's a good question. Buying people cameos. I think they're a nice gift. I don't think it's something you would get for like a loved one unless something they really, really wanted. But it seems too impersonal to me personally.
They're basically personalized. So, they're going to say the person's name. They're going to talk about the things you tell them to talk about. So it's going to feel very personalized, but it's not a direct interaction. And I feel like if there's that opportunity at a convention somewhere near you to actually meet that person, that's better. Because I think they'd rather have that 30 seconds in person than the cameo necessarily. Yeah. That's a little bit more personal, but it does become it's a video file you get to keep, but I think people still stick a lot with the old school autograph kind of thing because it's on the wall and it's more permanent.
Can we play a trick on all of the celebrities and buy cameos, but make them say, and don't worry, this is me giving my word. I'll be at CFF 2020. Now they just have to show up.
Find out what exactly the legal phrasing I need to make them say is. Yes.
Just the agreements. Bruce Campbell sitting there. No. Steve, thank you. Yeah, you've always got some crazy footage. I love seeing it, bud. Heather, Dan Breeding. I missed something. Oh, Dan Breeding was the guy's name with the snake. Well, that was horrifying. He had snakes and an owl as well. The owl was cool. The snakes, not so much. They're fine outside. People had a hard time finding us in Google, so the QR took them right to our channel. Very cool. I came up with, I didn't come up with anything as lovely as you guys. I actually started hitting up people who go to Carolina Fear Fest and other cons, horror podcasters and things like that, and asking them just for some sites, some ideas. A few of them that they gave was like Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, I can't remember, Shout Factory, stuff like that, Scream Factory, to pick up things because they're going to be having major sales and they make special edition like DVDs and Blu-rays. And there's a lot of physical collectors out there. Now, again, if you can go to horror conventions and support there, you should. But those are 3 good websites that are actually putting out really cool editions of DVDs of movies that you may not find elsewhere. So that's a good one. A lot of good people gave me. I had one here. It's called Rad Ghoul Shindigs. I found them from a friend who's been, and he was showing it to me, and it's just kind of like cool stuff like we were talking about that they make, like little fun horror designs. I really dug these designs when I saw them. And you can find people like this. Like I said, go follow these people at horror conventions that you find their vendor booths, because you can see some really cool stuff for Christmas for sure. I like that shirt. Or that bag or whatever. So stuff like that. Of course, there's your big sites. You have Fright Rags. I like Pixel Elixir if you collect buttons and pins and special edition stuff. One thing I want to go to that I shop at pretty religiously is it's called Shirt Punch. These are all individual artists.
Shirt Punch.
I love it. You can sign up and they'll send you daily discounts. You can get t-shirts for $13 a day. It's pretty rad. But all of these are just artists that come in and make designs, and then Shirt Punch will just sell them for them and give them their cut. So but you can find
a lot of like mashups, which is kind of cool, like horror and something else mashup.
Well, here's Horror and Kittens.
Yeah, I saw the periodic table of horror too. That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, they do some very cool designs. Like a lot of the shirts that aren't like, I wear a lot of shirts from our snobs merch and stuff, but that's not.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Like this is like where I wear my other t-shirts and such from, because it's just interesting to me. Like, it's, and I like supporting like these artists that come on here. So yeah, you got some cool stuff. So that's one. Fright Rags has some cool shirts, and collectibles and stuff. I get my souvenir cups off of there, but there's a lot of cool stuff, people. And Christmas coming up, you really need to get somebody for your horror fans out there who love their movies. There's some great places to go. You guys had some great ideas. I think that's fantastic. Horror convention.
Yeah, and with Christmas coming up, I know some people have traditions of getting Christmas ornaments as gifts as part of their thing for everyone. And horror ornaments are a huge thing. They're everywhere. So, I mean, that's always, it is possible to not just go with the Hallmark standard of random Christmas ornaments if you want to break out from that too. So,
yeah, that's for sure. And, going into and planning for Christmas and stuff like that, guys, make sure you're ordering early. Because a lot of, some people on Etsy and things like that, they have to build this stuff or make it. Or like, I know, Destini, you do a lot of painting and such, and you sell a lot of different things that you make. As an artist who does that, like, what would you say, how much time would you say you need to even like send out gift ideas?
Gift ideas or
not ideas? I'm sorry.
Finished products.
Finished products. My
well, if it's one of my my stickers or my tiny paintings or something else I already have, whatever the shipping time frame is for like USPS, or unless you want to pay extra for it. Usually they say 7 to 10 days. So,
okay.
3 days before my birthday,
that's right.
which is the 15th of December, usually. Usually it's 7 to 10 days before Christmas, right? Business days, right? Like before the 15th is right. Depends on what Christmas is. I don't know.
You said
you're talking about my birthday.
Your birthday was usually on the 15th, right? Some months I'm just not feeling it until the 20th.
It really depends on which reincarnation of myself I'm celebrating. But anyway, yeah. So, but if it's a commission, I would need it now. Like commission me now. Like, so I have time to actually make it, let it dry if it's painted, and then ship it.
And it's so important. I just want to point out, as you say this, the links are down below. Go check out Destini stuff. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's it.
Also, I just got a box of like random Christmas like craft stuff, and there's blank ornaments in there, and I'm gonna do some weird stuff with it. I just thought of like some really fun things to do with them, so I'll probably put them on my Final Word SFX accounts and not my like professional business account. You know, put it on the creepy one. So, you know, stay tuned there, I guess. We'll see what I come up with.
You know what would be cool? Remember the boxes that we had for the prizes last year?
I didn't make those.
No.
Boxes, though, they're awesome.
If the person who made them made small gift
with a bow. Wrap them up with a bow.
That was so crazy.
Right. I'll send him a message and tell him he needs to do that.
That'd be so funny.
Another sideline idea, because we're not all too busy. It's great.
Will you have a car show again this time?
We're not doing the full Hell on Wheels, not as large a scale. I'm still looking for confirmation from I've got to check and see if we're getting the Jeepers Creepers truck back. He's actually been with us every single year. So I think we've always got room for Troy. And I did get a call from the guy that runs the Myers house here in North Carolina, and he has the original screen used It Follows car.
Oh, that's really fun.
It's cool.
That one's not one you see at conventions very often. And I mean, we weren't planning a whole Hell on Wheels corner. But I actually told him to just give me a little time to work my floor plan a little. There's a few ideas that we've got that we're kicking around. And we sent some inquiries out to area haunts and people that we've been working with, and see who is on board, just kind of get an interest feeling from them. And if they want me to go ahead with it, it's going to take up a bit of floor space. But if not, that opens up plenty of room for things like a few more vehicles. So we're not really sure on the cars. I think because our building is so nice to drive into and we have so much space to work with, I don't think we'll ever have a year we don't have something going on. But we don't have huge plans. Having said that, I also have not talked to Tim Shockey, who's got the Green Goblin. He with scheduling.
Bend and snap.
What?
Wait, is he coming back?
I don't know. So he was with us our first year, but then between COVID and the just scheduling issues and things, we weren't able to get him back since. So I still have to talk to him. I'm hoping that we can get him to make a return visit since we haven't seen him since 2019. So.
Oh, Heather, I think had one in the hearses there. So she's been there every year. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you. Hi, Heather.
I love it though, and you guys always had some very cool stuff. Not just the Hell on Wheels, which was awesome. You don't see that enough, I think, especially at horror conventions. And you should definitely bring back Green Goblin. I'm not saying for any other reason, but you should. It's fun. But
that was the only year you weren't there.
I know.
There. Yeah.
And I knew it was there because we had talked about it. But then as soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah. I mean, it is North Carolina. It kind of matches up. So
I need to ask Mick about how we make the TARDIS a horror photo shoot. But that is unrelated. I just don't want to forget to bring it up to him. I have 2 more gift ideas though. 2 more gift ideas.
You can
really
park
quick ones.
You can park it right at my booth, and you can do whatever you want. I just want to stare at it the whole time.
No,
maybe take a picture with it.
I think that we park it right in front of the door into one of the panel rooms with a sign that says that this is the TARDIS panel room instead of panel room A and B, because we're so creative. We just yeah, we're literally like it's the TARDIS panel room. It's bigger on the inside, and then when they go through,
it is double-sided. It has 2 doors.
Yeah.
It's also 6-sided, not 4-sided, which really bothers me from like a canon standpoint, because it should have 4 sides, not 6 sides.
Like on the
but
inside?
I know why they did it. The sides, the inside and the outside.
Listen, I believe that TARDIS is out there somewhere, and I know it's more than 6 sides inside. But you're telling me on the outside?
Yes, they built it like but
It's like a
hexagon. Hexagon.
Are you fixing it up to be a box?
I don't know. I am playing around with the idea of turning it as is into an escape room that you have to escape the TARDIS, or taking it and making 2 TARDISes out of it. Since I have 6 walls, I'd have 2 doors already. So just build an extra wall for each of them, because then I'll have 3 and 3.
How are you not putting one of the doors on your door, on your bedroom door? I would walk into. I would put it on my house.
I feel like the implication.
Walk into my house and be like, "That's bigger on the inside." Right. I would carry.
I could just paint my front door to look like the TARDIS. That would be a lot easier than tearing apart the TARDIS and making it have little French doors.
I'm so excited for this. You have no idea.
Okay. If we do the panel room thing, though, we're going to need to have something in front of the other 2 panel rooms. So, think about what.
Come up with 2 other ideas.
2 other ideas. And
no, doesn't the one room where there may or may not be a screen? Then that
there's
have
definitely
one
a screen.
I don't know what we announced yet. So I'm trying not to spill the beans.
We have historically used the 2 rooms we have as panel rooms.
Yeah. Right.
We are adding a 3rd this year. So we did that back at the beginning too. We had because we used the 1 panel room that had the screen. We used that for films all day long, the entire weekend. So we put up a pipe and drape panel room separate from that. But we have so much good panel content now. We've got with all the paranormal track that we went down and added in this past year. And we are wanting to bring some films back in. It's a lot. We need the 3rd panel room just to help spread out a little.
We should really put this question out to all of our attendees. What do we call the film fest? Because we keep coming up with Carolina Fear Fest Film Fest, and that's just too many F's, and we don't give any F's. So it needs to be less F's.
We don't have any more to give. We gave them all to that name.
Anybody who buys a VIP pass, when do you need a name by? What's the last you need a name? What time frame?
VIPs are allowed to submit a name. Is that what your concept is here?
Get their VIP tickets by the time.
Oh, by a certain time.
And then they can submit a name for the festival.
It's going to have 20 names. It's going to be like this long.
No. You pick one randomly.
Oh, draw it out of a hat. Okay.
It's
probably going to have more F's than we want if we do it randomly. The wrong kind of F's, not the F.
And then I'll do a special reading. I'll read all of the weird names that everybody chose at the convention. Carolina
Fear Fest Film Fest.
I love it.
We got to work on that more.
The Carolina Film Fest.
No.
I know.
Okay, I have 2 more gift ideas.
One that is called that. So
yeah,
give us a gift of a title for the film festival.
No, that's a gift to me. No, I don't know. We'll come up with something. We're really creative.
The Mick Manhattan Memorial Film Festival and Juice Bar.
Now we have to get a juice bar.
I'm just going to play with these dials again.
TARDIS.
Wait a second. Theater and relative.
Oh my God! With the
dimension,
idea, and I'm not giving anything away. But with the idea you have for the party on Saturday night, you could bring the TARDIS there.
Oh,
I will be the doctor.
It's not wrong.
I'll lose all the weight. I will dress in a suit with pinstripes on it and my chucks. I will play the doctor showing up at this party and hosting the event.
No.
All right. It was worth the show.
Sorry.
I knew it wasn't going to happen.
It's horror, but it's not that much horror. It can't take over.
I maintain it. It's definitely a horror show.
2 more gift ideas. Okay, these are really good ones.
What do you got?
The first one, you can find an advent calendar for literally anything. And it's a little late this year, but people can use it next year as long as it's not food. And you made me remember that I have a Harry Potter one sitting right over there that I've had for 2 years, but I've been so busy in December that I've never opened it. I've never started it. So yeah, advent calendar, there's ones for witchy stuff and Lego minifigures and all kinds of stuff.
This is just Google. And this is adding to what you're saying. So I just pulled this up by typing in horror advent calendar. You got some cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I was saying specifically handmade ones on Etsy, but yeah, absolutely. The Funko Pops and the socks and all the cool stuff. Also, we were at a convention, Steph and I cannot remember where it was. I want to say it was either Raleigh or St. Louis.
Okay.
The Truffle Cottage is this little chocolate shop. And they do a lot of nerdy, these are the Harry Potter houses and blah, blah, blah. But they did a zombie egg this year. and I saw this on their social. It is a chocolate egg that's like this big, and it's got body parts in it, and it's
What?
like $35. Yeah, here, look. I'll just send the
Sweet.
link in the private chat, and you can do with it
How
as
dare
you
you
do.
share this with me? The truffle.
But they have
thing.
like the alien eggs from the Alien, and like dragon eyes and Sauron's eyes, and like all kinds of weird stuff. But this is the zombie egg, and this is just so cool looking.
That is cool. Is that the only picture? Or do they have more?
I
you
don't
can
know.
have it. That's a cool looking.
It's just a
tape.
really fun, like, spooky gift that's not.
Yeah, I like.
I mean, it's
that.
kind of pricey, but like it's a solid good chocolate, so
Dude,
I'm sure it's
yeah,
worth it.
the
They also
truffle.
have supernatural ones, which is fun.
That's so awesome.
Oh, and Jack
Supernatural.
Skelly.
Supernatural is not great, but whatever. You gonna stab me? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah. No, I love Supernatural. Actually, I think you'll be happy to hear this. I think I have my wife on the ropes for Supernatural. She's watching Smallville right now.
Oh my god!
And-
Just have her talk to me. I'll convince her to watch it.
So, well, I know you will, and she'll watch it based on you telling her. But me,
Yeah.
I like Jensen Ackles comes on the fourth season of Smallville, and I'm like, yeah, this is right before he was on Supernatural, and like we start talking about it. You'll appreciate this. Did you know Tom Welling was in a project also with Jared Padalecki?
Was he in Gilmore Girls? I feel like he was one of
Nope.
the random sidekicks in Gilmore Girls. No? Okay.
He was Jared Padalecki played the bully, Tom Welling's bully, which makes no sense. I'm going to be honest with you. It makes no sense when you see them together in this movie. At the new school in Cheaper by the Dozen. So the Supernatural connection is thick.
Wait, Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah, it was a movie where Steve Martin had like 12 kids.
Yeah, but there's like 3 of them, right?
It was the first one. It was the one with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, the 2003 one. Because there's an older version of that movie, isn't there? There's like one.
Oh, there's a lot.
Like,
It's
okay.
based on a true story.
Oh wow, Tom Welling looks very different. Oh, this guy. Okay, no, I know who we're talking about now. I was clicking on the wrong picture.
You mean
like,
Sam Winchester?
Tom Welling isn't Sam Winchester.
Oh, you're looking up Tom Welling.
Yeah.
No, but that's so if you really want to be cool with
I just want to see Jared Padalecki as a bully.
He just is. He just looks so, and he's so tiny compared to him because he was already Superman at that point. It's like, come on, man. It's like a little guy picking on me. He's like, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm like, yeah, all right. Probably.
I mean, to be fair, Jared Padalecki is like 7 feet tall. He's like massive.
He wasn't then.
So
He was in Gilmore Girls.
Talking about the chocolates, the for anybody that came to the event this past May, Chocolate Treasures Ohio. There's a couple of Chocolate Treasures around. The one out of Ohio, that's where we got a lot of our chocolate from.
Oh, like the VIP swag bag chocolates.
Yeah, so like they do like life size skulls and
femurs,
and it's really really some very cool stuff. And I'm pretty sure that they go to Midwest Haunters Convention. There's one that was just fairly recently, and I think that they vend there, which means they probably do still have Halloween chocolates that are like already a couple months old.
Yeah.
Who is that cookie company? Fright Bites, right?
Fright Bites. Yeah.
Their cookies were really good too. Like, and look into that, guys. Look into
they ship.
Horror fans, yeah, like the Fright Bites, I think ships. I mean, most cookie companies should, but like look into cookie decorators, cake makers, stuff like that with the holidays coming up.
Yeah, so I think that Fright Bites, at least when I was talking to them this past spring, they had some items like aprons and other kitchenware, like horror-esque things that they were also doing. So they may actually have quite a few things other than just cookies or actual edible presents. They have other things too. At least that was the plan at one point. So
yeah, I love stuff like that. And you guys bring up a lot of great points, especially not just with the shopping and the horror conventions, but keeping these people in mind throughout the year. Christmas time here, like, and definitely get your orders in because this is big time for it. Stop going to Amazon and things like that. Go for these vendors. Go for these small businesses that are making some really cool, interesting stuff. Why get the same sticker everybody else has when you can go get awesome stickers from people like Destini? Or you can get cool stuff from other artists, like any one of the places that we've talked about tonight. It's so important, to support that stuff. And horror fans, we like that weird, quirky stuff anyway, so it works out. What's your thing? Don't laugh at me, Destini. I see your face.
I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
now before we kind of wind down and such and get going, I did want to bring up more about the convention and what's going on with Carolina Fear Fest. It's becoming sort of the crunch point after this month coming up, January to May.
I feel like you're escalating my panic, and you should stop.
No, I don't mean to escalate. I'm more creating the sense of urgency for everyone who wants to go. Make sure you are following everywhere. You want to subscribe to the YouTube channel because there's stuff coming out there you're definitely going to want to be privy to. You want to follow on all social media, Carolina Fear Fest down below. The social media is down below. Go check everything out. We keep an eye out, especially if you have short films or some features and stuff like that coming up with the film festival. See what the rules are. See what everything's going on. All of that stuff's on the website, so you've got to make sure you go and check this stuff out. It's important. And go hang out and support there too. Collect the merch, help out. All that stuff goes to support this awesome festival. And my wife says hi. So, with that being said, this is Horror Conversations, Carolina Fear Fest. We come out once a month. We talk about stuff, going on in horror worlds, especially within the conventions and what's going on in Carolina and the 5-year anniversary coming up. So you guys got to make sure you're there for it. Hit like, hit follow, hit subscribe, hit the whole thing. Be a part of it. Join the community. That's what it's all about. Guys, do you want to say anything before we get going?
Just keep an eye on that early bird special. Those tickets that are out, the other daytime single day passes will start hitting out. Believe in January we'll release those as well. And it isn't just keep an eye on the website now. Keep going back to it. Everything that we announce on social, it's kind of a progression. So what's on the website right now is not a full picture of what this con's going to look like. Every time we start announcing new things, that website just gets continually updated, and more and more information comes out. And as we start finalizing things, we'll start better teasers when we know for sure what we're doing. But I know that the next couple of announcements after Kelly are going to be pretty good. People are going to be very excited about. And what did we have? I know we've got two big ones. I think we were talking about hitting. We've got Kelly, and then we'll have 2 more that are hit before Christmas, right?
Yes.
And we are in discussions with some people right now. We're really excited about some of the possibles that are coming as well, and the ones that we've already got solidified are awesome too. So
nice. I love it.
It's really shaping up to be a really nice, a really good lineup.
Side note, checking the website can be really fun because sometimes I'll put the celebrity up before I put the social post up because I know I'm going to be busy and I can't schedule the website to update. So sometimes in the middle of the night, it'll just randomly be there and it won't be announced till the morning. So you can find a nice surprise.
I'm
do what I can.
I will say this, yeah, definitely follow the website. That's the key because you're gonna have everything there. You got your ticketing, you have your guests announcements, your vendors, your everything, just everything that you need. It's a one-stop shop. So go check that out. But you have to follow the social medias. You got to follow the TikToks, the Instagrams, Facebooks, everything, because it's not just that there's special stuff going on up there. Do I sound like a chipmunk? There's just special stuff. We do things with hashtags and stuff like that, and you're going to want to be part of it. But they said everything. It sounds great. This is another Horror Conversations. You'll see one next month in December, and then so on and so forth. But until next time. Oh, yeah.
Also, if you have any ideas for what our holiday special show should be, you should drop them in the comments because we have no ideas.
I have ideas. Destiny doesn't listen to them until the day.
You don't tell me them till the day of. I didn't even have the script for the Friday the 13th script read until the day of, an hour before.
Fair. That's fair. You can't judge me on the Scene Snobs.
All right. I'm sorry, but the Christmas one, I don't care what we talk about, but alcohol needs to be involved.
I'm down. I'm fine with that one. I'll get my eggnog out.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
But anyway, speaking of which, we are doing another charity event, and Destiny will probably be a part of it. We're reading National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You got to follow the Scene.
Since when? Since when am I involved?
I'm just sending it. Everyone has agreed, but you. You don't look at any of our group chats. But anyway, until next time. We are the demons here for Carolina Fear Fest, and we will talk. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, guys.